Gavin Helsenbeck, GavinHelsenbeck.
How do you say your last name again?
Helsenbeck.
Helsenbeck. Okay. Gavin, what year and what position do you play?
I'm 2024. I'm going to be a senior, and I play tight end and OLB. So.
All right. Well, Gavin, taking a look at this Busco squad, just how do you feel like things are coming together with a month to go before the season starts?
I mean, we got a lot of work to do, but we're young. I think we're coming together a little bit. We had a scrimmage last night at Angola. We're coming together as a team. We saw a lot of improvement this week, so that gets me really excited. We do have a chance, I feel like, to win a lot of games if we do come together as a group. So I'm very excited for this team.
You know, as one of those seniors, how do you try to get the younger guys up to speed, especially knowing all the talent that graduated from last season?
I try to just get them involved. I teach them. I do a couple reps myself, show them how it's done, and then, I give examples and then dive down really into the basics. And I just try and teach them how I was taught my freshman year, because I had a lot of seniors look up to me. I had to look up to a lot of seniors, and they played a big role in me becoming a varsity player. So I'm just trying to be that for them.
Just as that senior, how do you try to continue to build that winning culture? Because obviously Busco had a lot of success last year. Just how do you try to keep building on that coming into this season?
Trying to keep the same mindset. We had a championship mindset last year, and I want to keep that same energy that we did last year, because energy does build in those wins. And if you keep the energy, then we'll just keep wanting to play and wanting to win, which is just endless motivation. So, our young guys, they're really diving into the work, which is very, very exciting, because they're all in on it, like how all our seniors are. So, they're just building a great atmosphere, like how we're trying to do. So everybody's all in, and it's just making everything better.
Only other question for me, just as you take a look at this team, what are you hoping to check off, maybe as an individual and as a team this season?
I want to be a candidate for All-State myself, but I also want to be a sectional champion. That'd be pretty cool. And I want to get back that conference title from Eastside. That'd be very, very exciting.
Angelo, Angelo, Anaselli, Iannucilli.
Angelo, I think you got the best I think you're in the running for best name we've seen so far. Angelo, what year and what positions do you play?
2025, I play running back and middle linebacker.
All right, well, Angelo, first off, just how do you feel like this team is coming together as you guys have a month to go before the season starts?
Our team's looking pretty good, I think. We have a lot of young guys that need to step up, and including myself, having to try and replace Wyatt Marks, and especially Brody Lawrence, a big role behind, trying to fill Riley Burhoff's spot. So I just think all the young guys they're going to play a big role this year.
I was going to say, you mentioned some of those names, Wyatt, Riley, that graduated from last season. Just how much pride do you take in the fact that you're going to be one of those guys that's counted upon to fill some big shoes this season?
It's pretty exciting, I think, because watching what they did last year and now I have a chance to do the same thing or better, it gets me really excited.
How have the seniors try to lead and set an example for this year's team?
The seniors are really good. I like Gavin, and Gavin's, Ethan Smith, Weston Rinker, all those guys, they are really good examples to the young guys. And I'd like to be the same way towards all the freshmen and sophomores.
For you, what do you feel like would be a successful season, maybe as an individual and as a team?
I'd like to at least be all conference in either one of my positions. And I'd like to take back the conference title from Eastside, because I think we could if our team really stuck together, and our team bonding really needs to be there.
I was going to say, just knowing that Eastside has had that target on its back the last couple of years, just how much of a motivating factor is that to try and go out and take that crown from them?
It's really motivating. I really think we'll be able to this year, especially with their head coach change, which isn't much, but they also lost a lot of guys, but so did we. So I think it'll be a good game when we play them.
Good deal. Anything else you want to add, Angelo?
No, that's it.
We're having a good summer. Now that we're getting ready for preseason, we've got some things figured out. Pretty young team, a lot of inexperience. I think we progressed nicely this summer. Still have a lot of questions that we have to figure out in just a few weeks. But I like the way our kids have competed. I like the way our kids have worked this summer, and so hopefully we can continue to get better.
Another solid season last year. You did graduate some of those guys, Riley Burroff included. How do you go about trying to get some of those younger guys to step up for some of those key roles, especially at skill position?
Well, I think that we've, obviously Riley and Wyatt and Cam and those guys left a really good legacy on good example of what hard work it takes to be good and play at a high level. Never going to be able to fully replace guys like that, but hopefully, some of these young guys who kind of watched them play and participated in practice with them saw some of the work they put in and how it benefited them, and hopefully that translated a little bit, and hopefully we see some of that in the next couple of years.
Who are some names that you hope can take a step up and play a huge role for this year's team?
Well, we have Gavin Holzenbeck back. We don't have kids built like him very often. He plays tight end and outside linebacker for us. He's athletic. He's tall. He was a pretty big role on our team last year, and he's going to have to step up. Weston Rinker was injured last year, and he's worked extremely hard this offseason to get back. Angelo Anicelli is another kid. Brennan Gaff and Ethan Smith. Those are guys that have played for a couple years at the varsity level. Now it looks a little different because some of the people that they're used to playing with aren't there anymore, but hopefully those guys learn something from what they saw the last couple years, and hopefully they can lead these young guys by example.
Looking at the NECC small division, Eastside has had that crown for the last couple of years. Where do you feel like Busco can stand amongst the pack coming into this year?
To be determined. I know that's a political answer, but I don't think we're ready to compete for a conference championship yet by any means. I think that's our goal, but until we can play at a higher level and be able to compete with Eastside, it's not really in the cards. So I think that in the first couple weeks of the season, our goal is to get better and to get to a point where we feel like we belong on the same field as those guys, and it's really their conference right now, and they've earned it, and they continue to defend the title, and we have to get better if we're going to be in the same conversation.
Anything else you want to add, Coach?
No, sir.